But as you can see, I think everybody agrees that was delightful. Congratulations. I said this earlier, but it pertains to this again, so I'm going to say it again because I really want to. Your directors and choreographers can give you this, but you guys were the ones that made magic. I said it before, but all of that helicopter, all of the actual Vladikov, all of that was just really inventive and simple, right? It's not that difficult. It was just creative, and you guys saw that vision and brought it to us, and I thought that was really, really beautiful. All of you were very committed throughout the entire 15 minutes. It was great ensemble work. Any one of you could have been Maisie or Horton or any of those characters, and as you pop forward, I'm like, great. But you were also really wonderful ensemble members, aside from all of your features. I particularly thought you did a great job with that transition into the Who's. There was so much energy, so much smiling, so much all of that great energy, and then all of a sudden, a simple transition of the face, something so simple that staging was as simple as can be, but that was all that was necessary for you guys to take charge of that and take us into a new and separate world. Creighton as Horton, I watched your journey the entire time. I thought you were absolutely sincere. Horton's one of my favorite roles in musical theater. I love it, just because he is so tender and sincere, and I watched you all the way up, all the way back, and it was really sweet. Hat, come on, a little shout out. He was awesome. You're very versatile. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? I don't know if that's legal. You're 11 years old. I thought your versatility at 11 years old was, I think I had learned to count by 11. But all of those different scenarios, playing all of those different characters, but I always knew it was the cat in the hat. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's actually a really hard technique to do, and you succeeded, so keep doing that. The one thing I would say to work on, and this isn't necessarily for this performance, but just to put in your actor's toolbox, is pacing. Pacing yourselves vocally and physically. You had 15 minutes here, but the show is actually an hour, and you want to make sure you don't give it all right away and have no reserves at the end. Did you feel a little huffy and puffy towards the end? Yeah. If you just start off, take those nerves away at the beginning, pull back just a little, then you've got that runway to take you to the end, okay? But I thought you did an amazing job. Congratulations.
So great, guys. I have not a lot to say because I was just so blown away. Here are a couple things I want to say. We talked about Horton's performance, and it's sort of a little bit of advice, but it's also just based on something that he did. I know when I was probably your age and even older, whenever I do a show, the first thing I did was I'd go get the cast recording of the show, and I'd listen to it, and then I'd basically go on stage and into my rehearsals and basically just pretend to be the actor who played that role on the cast recording. So in high school, you could have seen me as Chip Zien as the baker in Into the Woods, or as Malcolm Getz as Franklin Shepherd. You're basically seeing my performance as the person on the CD playing the role. Do you know what I'm saying? And what I thought was so great about your performance, and I want you guys to all think of, and it wasn't just you, but especially highlighted in your performance is, I never for a second felt like you were just listening to a recording and just copying the rhythms of it, because so much of what you do is speaking in rhyme, and that is the easiest thing to say. Today I went to the house, and now I get the mouse. And it's the rhyming, especially in speaking, which this show is a lot of, is so easy to fall into monotony, so easy to fall into those patterns. And I thought it was remarkable how intentionally you chose your rhythms, when you chose to get a little ahead in the back phrase, when you chose to color a certain word, when you chose to throw something away. And I think it's something for all of us to think about whenever you get the material for a show. Before you listen to anything, sit down with your script and you make some choices for yourself. You make some choices of how you would say that as a person, as the character. And don't let yourself fall into, because I know I did this, and I'm sure the tendency is still there, don't let yourself fall into, oh, it sounds like it's on the album, so that's how I'm going to do it. You think about that text and what that character is saying. And if something feels right to you and you make choices that are in line with that, your directors and your music director will guide you to make sure you're not way off base. But I can't tell you how exciting it is for me, and I take note of it so much when I see such young people making those kinds of choices. already thinking, a lot of you guys, you were so clearly thinking about what you were saying. It wasn't performance by rote. It wasn't, I heard them do it on the cast album, so I'm gonna do it like that. You were making choices, you were thinking as characters. To develop those skills this early on is getting you so far ahead, and it's helping you learn to tell stories. And no matter what you do in your lives, no matter where you go with this, with theater or not, that's an incredible skill to have at such a young age. So I want to encourage you guys, take note of your collaborators, of your friends' performance. A lot of you guys are doing it though. So congratulations on that, and keep thinking about that. Every time you get a show, look at the script, look at your lyrics, speak your lyrics, say it as a monologue. Think about how I would say this as opposed to the notes go like this, and so I'm just going to listen to the cast recording and do it like that. That was a lot to say. I was going to say more than one thing, but I apparently feel very passionately about this. Maybe I'm just working through my own experience as a child. It's my therapy. Thank you all so much. No, but really, I was so impressed with it. Keep going with it. It's so amazing that you're doing it this early on. Congratulations to your teachers for developing that skill in you guys, and you guys keep working at it. It's amazing. You guys are awesome.
Thank you. All right, a couple shout outs, and I'm going to work one very specific moment that I absolutely adore in the show and that you guys rocked. Yertle the Turtle, where are you? Wait, can we give a shout out to Yertle? One of those moments in the show that you can so easily just kind of write off and really owned it, and I really appreciate that. Another little moment, super subtle. Cat the Hat picks up that block, and he was obviously given the direction, move the block here so that JoJo can stand on it so we can see JoJo. Now there's two choices here as an actor. He could have picked up the block, walked across the stage, put it down, and let JoJo stand on it. But he made the choice to stay in character, and he rocked it with that cube. And that was just so cool. All right, can you guys go to the very end of Here on Who? I think you had a cluster of Who's back here and then Horton right here. All right, now Horton. What's your name, Horton?
I'm Creighton.
Creighton? All right, Creighton. Creighton's got a really hard job in this show because Horton spends almost the entire show doing what? Singing to a clover. A clover. Yes, yes, indeed. So here's the beautiful thing about this actor. This actor was telling this entire story in his eyes. And Horton is a very vulnerable character, and it is terrifying to be vulnerable on stage. But I'm gonna push you to be vulnerable for the back row, because we spent a lot of time with you looking at that clover, which is very committed. It's exactly what the character's supposed to be doing, but those guys in the back, they need to see that vulnerability too. Can we go to that place, Creighton, where you were kind of crossing and singing to your clover, and then they're about to do the whoo at the very end? All right, just go for it. Acapella, have fun.
I won't let you down. No, I won't let you fall. A person, no matter how small. A person, no matter how small.
Alright, I'm gonna put these down for a second. Alright, come here, dude. You guys turn. Okay. Here's the thing. The clover is gonna hear you no matter what you do. Okay? So I want you to start here, but then I need you to bring in these guys. Okay? So start walking across, and start singing.
I won't let you down.
Now look at them.
No, I won't let you fall.
Now to them.
A person,
And now to them.
no matter how small.
Plant your feet back to him.
A person, no matter